Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my rainbow-colored nightmare. How are we doing? How's everybody? Happy Monday. It's been a while since I've done a Monday stream, but I'm back. Let me get Instagram going here. Live video. Finishing the tank. UV, because that's what we're going to do. We're going to finish this as much as possible. I might be able to get the whole thing done during stream. I don't know. I'm going to try. All right, copy this. Go over here. Should probably really set this up before I go live, but, you know, I'm lazy, so... I also got to turn on my camera, virtual camera. All right, we're about to go live on Instagram. Let's see here. Maybe. There we go. All right. Instagram's going live. Let me get TikTok going live. Good old lovely TikTok. We're going to do art and go live. All right. I think we're good. Beautiful. Well, hi, everybody. Okay. Move this over here. Get this all configured. Everybody here. I am good. I built a Lego this morning. Which Lego did you build this morning? I love Legos. All right. So, here we are. Welcome again to my rainbow-colored hell. I am very tired of this, and I'm very close to being done with this. Symbiotic Titan might come back one day. Yes. Wait, Symbiotic Titan. What does that mean? Thank you for the leaks. The leaks? Thank you for the likes on TikTok. I appreciate that. Very beautiful. It is quite pretty, isn't it? It's a little bit of a nightmare, but it's pretty. It's a pretty nightmare. All right, so we are on the turret. The rest of the body is done. I have worked my little tuchus off to get this finished. And I am so ready to texture this, and so I will be texturing this on Wednesday, regardless of how much we complete tonight. This thing is getting textured on Wednesday. Symbiotic. I forgot what it was called. Oh, I got you. The Harry Potter sorting hat. Oh, I heard that one was like a pain in the ass to put together. How was it? Roy, thank you for the resub, buddy. Man, thank you so much. 28 months. Holy crap. I've known you too long. Hello, Santi. How are you? This is cool as heck. Thank you so much. This is my nightmare that I've been living over and over and over and over for the past couple of weeks. I have spent so far on this thing, UVing alone, I have spent, let's see, 3, 4, 10, 17, I have spent 23 hours UVing this thing. That's depressing. But it's all good. We're going to get it done. This is officially my most complicated project ever, so that's cool. Fun stuff. What's up, Ordin? How are you? Ordian? I hope I'm saying that right. Nice to meet you, too. How did you find us on this wonderful day? Hours? 23 hours of nightmare? Yes, 23 hours of nightmare is what this is equated to, and I'm quite done with it. But it is quite pretty. Like, if you turn off the... That's some premium texel density. It's quite nice. And we're up to 6, 12... let's see, wait, 6, 12, 18, 24 unim tiles. Oh boy. I'm definitely going to have to split this thing to work on it in Substance Painter, but it's going to be okay. It's going to be good. Thank you for the resub, Roy. I appreciate you, buddy. Almost an entire day spent on UV mapping this holy... I know, that was spread out over 6 days, so don't think I just sat here UVing until my eyes bled. That was over like 6 days. But it is disturbing how long that took. All right, so this is the next piece I'm going to be working on today. This is the last kind of chunk of the turret. And it's pretty simple. It's really not that bad. I say as I'm so like comfortable with this model now at this point. I know like all of the little ins and outs, and I know all of the little issues that I caused that I didn't know I caused. So that's kind of fun. But as always, guys, if you have questions, concerns, sorry, I'm like trying not to hiccup. Please ask away. I don't mind answering questions or anything like that. We will be doing a portfolio review stream at the end of the month. I think I've decided that's going to happen. So if you're not in the Discord to request access to that one, let's get you in there. And then I'll be announcing it soon. So should be good. Should be good stuff. Stephen Raw, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate that. YouTube algorithm suggested me this? Hell yeah. That's rare. I love that, though. Welcome on in. My name is Matt, if you haven't met me yet, which doesn't sound like you have met me yet, but I am a 3D artist, and I'm currently working on one of my newest portfolio pieces that I've spent almost 70 hours on. All right, let's see. But appreciate you all being here. Remember, if you guys want a different platform, I do stream on all platforms at once. So Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch. And yeah, we're just here chilling. I can't speak tonight apparently either. It's a good night. It's a good night. Yeah, thank you so much for the follow, Steven. I appreciate that. Are there any advantage of stacking UDIMs vertically rather than horizontally? Not really. It's more just like organizational thing. I actually didn't do it for the longest time until I started watching a couple of people that I've kind of been watching, like the work that they do and the stuff that they've been learning, and a lot of them tend to do it this way. I think it's more so you could just fit it in one like view pane. So that's generally what I'll try to do now. That's a more recent change that I've made to like my workflow on this stuff. All right, none of this is visible, so I'm just going to cut these out. We're going to take this whole chunk and just remove it. Because it doesn't matter. This is what's always really nice about UVing, is you can decide like what's going to be visible and what's not, and you can just cut it out. Let's see, cut that. I'm going to turn on my office fan because it's hot as hell in here right now. Alright, so that's that cut. That's good. So these things are next. And I think the best way to handle these is just going to be cut them off and then kind of unfold them like a box. That's a little weird. I don't know why I did that way, but whatever. Anybody working on anything cool tonight? You guys doing any new projects or continuing any projects? All right. Let's see here. What kind of stuff do you do in 3D, Ordian? Hey, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch, Ordian. Nice. Appreciate that. What's up, Tobin? How are you? All right. Let's cut those. We're going to make quick work of this. All right, so this is one of those pieces that has to unfold. So we're going to carry this all the way over here to the edge. Nope, JK, we're going to carry this one to the edge. We're going to allow that to fold there. Carry this one to that edge. So when we cut this now, it should unfold like a box. That's the hope anyway. Could go horribly wrong, but we're going to try it anyway. All right. I'm really happy, guys, that this is going to be the last UV stream for this thing, because I don't think I could do another one. I've spent so much freaking time on this now at this point that, like, I'm ready to be texturing. All right. So, in all theory, that should work. 2020 Amazing Space Comics, how are you doing? Alright, gonna extrude that. I'm a 3D environment artist in the advertisement industry. Nice. Do you enjoy that? I actually haven't met many people who do like the advertisement stuff, so that's cool. Alright, so I'm thinking this should just help me. I think I might be able to unfold it now. We're going to try it. Probably not going to work just yet, but should give us a good view on like where we're at. This is a concern though. This has to pop off. So and let me know, guys, on any of the platforms that the music is too loud. Because I know we had that issue last week on TikTok. You still need to pop off. Alright, so that should be good. Alright, let's try this. So we're going to take this. Save it real quick. I've had to get really like crazy with saving this thing constantly because it gets to a point where it starts to crash really badly because it's just such a dense model. Oh yeah, that did something. Let's texel density it real quick. Alright, so biggest piece, that's the bottom. So let's start moving stuff, and we're actually just going to go all the way up to this. Nope, we're going to go all the way up to the tile that we're looking at here. And I'm going to show. Alright, so we got the whole tank. This is where this is going to go. This is where this is going to live. So I'm going to move it out of it, actually. Alright, so this is the bottom, so I need to decide how much of the bottom actually is visible, and really not much. So I don't need to give that as much attention as it needs. And really, actually, I think I could put this over in this one. And that's what I'm going to do. Because I don't want it over there. Alright, cool. This is that top portion. Wow. And guys, for those of you who are subbed on Twitch, there is a new emote finally. I'm finally doing it. I'm finally updating the Twitch. I need to add it to the YouTube too, but it's there. Alright, so we know that's solid. Alright. What about you? How much distortion? None at all. There's a little bit, but not enough for me to care. That's kind of weird. Alright. So, a little funky on that one, but I'm not super stressed about that. Yeah, I'll just leave it. Leave it as is. Not a big deal. Alright, these are those side panels. Again, no distortion, so we're not worried about them. So this is this side. So this may be perhaps a stupid question, but how does the texture chopper help we with UV mapping? I make clothes and clothes stems all the time. Doesn't really help because UV mapping is pretty straightforward. So it doesn't necessarily help. I think that's a big thing. Like, a lot of people think that it like helps. For me, I use it to just tell what direction I'm going when I'm manually laying things out like I usually do. So for me, I just like to make sure that all the arrows are pointing in the same direction, just so I have a good readout on how things are flowing. It also helps with like refining the amount of distortion you see. So like I can get really close to this and establish like, okay, cool, like my text is getting distorted because this polygon's like shifted or something. So it's really just for a kind of like visual like troubleshooting. It doesn't really make much of a difference otherwise. What is that piece? That's that interior piece I don't really care about. Right? Is that what that is? Yeah, it is. Okay. I'm going to move this over here because I don't care. That makes sense. Yeah, of course. You do a lot of cloth sim. Do you do what is that cloth sim app? I always forget the name of it. What the hell's the name of that one? Let's see. I can never remember the name of that app. Maybe you know, because I'm sure you probably use it. But it's that cloth sim app that they use a lot in like the fashion industry and for like games now. Is it better to do UV map in a single quadrant or with UDIMs? It depends on the project. So if you have a really like not dense project, absolutely you should use one tile because it's going to be the most efficient thing. But when you have something as dense as this, you kind of have no choice unless you really want to be using like 16K textures, and even then trying to cram all of this in one tile is going to be just ridiculously hard. So I always recommend UDIMs if your project calls for it. Marvelous, that's it, yes. Also helps to have consistent texel density across multiple... Yes, that's true. Yeah, a lot of it just comes down to like what I use for like troubleshooting and making sure my texel density looks fine. I always tell people like the arrow direction doesn't really matter. I just tend to like seeing them all go one direction. I don't know, it's like a pet peeve or something. But yeah. There's really nothing super duper special about them. Why did I get cut? Oh, yeah. Alright, let's see. We got these left. Got those left. I feel like I'm missing a piece. Oh, no, it's up here. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and just straighten these out real quick. Which these guys... Just want to make sure those are pointing the right direction. And what are these? Where are you? What do you belong to? Oh, those. Okay, yeah. Those aren't really that important, so I'm going to actually just kind of banish them. Because there's a vent in front of them. So let's just go up here. Okay, cool. Let's see, I only use Blender and Substance Painter. I started 3D modeling about 8 months ago. Besides that, I also make badges and other miscellaneous stuff for a game. So I didn't get to use all the... Oh, okay, I gotcha. Nice. Very cool. Good morning from India. Hello, good morning, Gutam. Or Guatam. I hope I said that right. As always, guys, I'm sorry if I screw up your names. I'm terrible with names. That's cool, so you're pretty new to 3D. Alright. Well, that handles that. That was pretty quick. Let's do these armor plates. I don't think I've done them yet. Nope. Let's see if it selects both of them. It do. Alright, cool. So I can only do one of them. That's awesome. Alright, sweet. So let's just cut that. No. Keep this stuff nice and calm. Or like simple pieces like this, because it feels like you're able to get a lot more done like quickly. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I feel like that just... Oh, no, that's okay. Alright, so we're going to take this guy. And we're going to unwrap him. Yeah, that's kind of it. Oh, yeah, there we go. I guess you might have modeled this in Maya. And is this asset going to be used for real-time or offline render? This is offline. Yeah, I won't be doing real-time with this one. I could try to get away with real-time, but it would honestly be more of a nightmare than it's worth. So... My last real-time project was a Xenomorph, so... Which was fun. Like, I enjoyed doing the real-time work. I just, I have some stuff that I want to do with this one in regards to, like, Bifrost simulations and stuff, so... I wanted to make sure this one was built and ready to go for offline rendering. I didn't set the texel density on that. There we go. hate that. I should have done that. That's okay. All right. And I also didn't mark those other ones as complete. Complete, group. Let's go to the groups. Rename. Turret. Side armor plates. Just for organizational purposes. Tag is complete. Group. Oh, that's kind of weird. Okay. You have auto formation in Maya. I have auto formation in Rizom too, but I don't like using it. Okay. So that takes care of all of that. That's cool. Let's see. Yeah, I'm pretty new. I'd like to slowly start making stuff, but it's a bit more difficult, and I'm having issues with finding my niche. I also find something that's not hard, but at the same time not as easy. Yeah, that's tough. Did you just ban someone, Roy? Who got banned? Generating teammates? Who was that? Stormwatch, if you want to, join our Discord. There's a lot of people in there who can kind of help you storm ideas up. I didn't... I use Storm, but yeah, not to be like punny. But there's a lot of good stuff going on in there. If you're interested, you obviously don't have to. Bot? Oh, okay, it was a bot. Alright, cool. Oh, there's so few things left on this. Alright, so... that takes care of that. That panel's done. I guess we'll just do this next. I'm just going to start going through stuff. Oops. Select similar. Well, thank you for banning the bot, Roy. No, don't do this to me. I know those boxes aren't different. They are not different. That sucks. Fine. Whatever. Alright. These should be pretty easy, actually, so I'm not super worried about it. Why you use UV tiling every time? What do you mean? You mean, why do I use the colored UV tiling? What's your render engine of choice? So right now I primarily stick with Arnold, just because I'm kind of CPU bound. I don't really, my GPU does not like offline rendering, or for like what I do. So I tend to stick with Arnold. Eventually I want to start playing with RenderMan. I just haven't really dedicated the time to actually playing with it. But Arnold's free, it comes with Maya, so it's a pretty decent choice. It's just a little slow, unfortunately. But I've played with Unreal Engine. My only thing with that is I just don't like the kind of lack of support for high-end models, so to speak. So I kind of pick and choose depending on like what project I want. Let's cut those. Chitan, what do you mean by UV tiling every time? I'm confused. Alright. This is unfortunate that it's not selecting these all in one go, but that's alright. Actually, let's just do this. We'll just click, and we'll shift click. Yeah, that'll be better. Right? Yeah, it'll work. Except in the area that I want it to work. That's perfect. Renderman has a steep learning curve, but it's a workhorse for large-scale productions. Yeah, and that's what I want to play with, especially because it's so standardized and so, like, widely used now. I'd like to play with V-Ray too, but I just can't wrap myself around the concept of paying so much for a render engine when I already pay, like, a pretty asinine amount for all the software that I use anyway, so... Marmoset's another good one that I've played with too. But RenderMan's nice because you can buy it once and basically keep it forever until you want to upgrade to the newest version. Which is why I use Rizom. Rizom's the same way. Hey man, good morning. Good morning, chat reopener. How are you? Oops. Select the wrong thing. Alright. Let's see. How come you don't work as a 3D artist? If I recall, you correctly mentioned it live. I watched some time ago. Elsewhere for a living. Yeah, so I work in IT for a living. And the reason that I don't is because, quite frankly, I haven't spent the time to get to where I need to be to feel comfortable. There's a hole right there. Applying for those jobs. So I'm getting to that point now. And I will probably be looking to change that within the year. But when I graduated college back in 2015-ish, yeah, 2015, the industry was in complete shambles because of the whole, like, kind of the, like, outbreak of the idea that the animation studios were just getting decimated by the fact that they were having to, like, bid lowest dollar. It's when Life of Pi happened. And so I chose not to go into the industry at that time, and then I kind of switched gears for a long time. So I spent a long time trying to start my own film company, which was a waste of time. But I learned a lot, so it wasn't like a total waste of time. So that's kind of why I don't, but I'm working towards changing that this year, hopefully. Let's hope, because I can't do IT anymore. It's killing me. UV tiling means each set has its own 0 to 1 space. The other one is everything in 0 to 1, just one square. You're saying, okay, so you're asking why I'm using UDIMs, right? Because I know what UV tiling means, but, like, are you asking why I'm using so many UV tiles? Alright. Cool. Well, that's one of them. I have a feeling that's why that one wouldn't cut, or wouldn't select the similar. I'm good, just woke up. Well, good morning. RenderMan has a non-commercial version without any restrictions. Does it really? I mean, that's fair. I also would like to make money off of it, though, so I'm going to have to buy it anyway. I knew they had an educational version, but I didn't know if that applied to people who weren't students. Of which I am not. Alright, how do I want to do this? I want to do this in as few pieces as possible. Yeah, okay, so why am I using UDIMs? I use UDIMs because my projects are too large to contain in one tile. I don't like doing small projects. It's a toxic trait of mine. So because of that, I usually do projects that are very heavily dense, just like this one. I mean, this one, you're talking 2,700 pieces individually. So that's why I use UDIMs, is because I can't get the detail out of my textures that I want without using them. Tried my hand at Octane, and it was too confusing. Any tips? I myself haven't retried Octane yet. Tamuzu in the community we're supposed to meet up, and hopefully he's going to teach me some stuff about it. But I remember Octane being a little confusing, yes. It's a cool renderer. I worry about the GPU limitation again. Alright. I think that'll probably be, like, the next thing I do, because this is kind of my last, like, massive portfolio piece. Everything else is going to be kind of dedicated to, like, learning stuff, and spending some time just, like, expanding my skills. And so after this project, I might be playing with some of my other ones in like other render engines and just seeing like what else I can do. Because I'd like to kind of lock that portion in, because like I'm already good with my texturing. I'm plenty happy with where that is. I really want to find a renderer that I like. And again, nothing wrong with Arnold. I just, oops. I just want to see what else is out there. Okay. We're going to see how this unwraps, and if this works, I'll apply it to the other one. Okay. Sweet. So let's cut that. Fair enough. I wish you the best with that. I'm still in college, and the thought of becoming a 3D artist has been lingering in my head for the past year or so, but at the moment, distractions are the death of me, video games, but the same... I wouldn't be making any pocket money. I made clothes, badges. I got you. Yeah. And it's tough, right? Like, especially when you're in school, like the last thing you want to do is go to school all day and then come back out and then do more of this stuff. So I totally get that. Eventually, I'll tell you this much. Like, eventually, once you get like really into it and you start doing this in your personal time, you will start to forget about video games. Because like I thought I wouldn't, and I did. I would suggest you get a non-commercial version first, get used to it. You still have your projects. No, that's absolutely true. And if that's the case, I absolutely will, if they've got it, which it sounds like they do. So I'm not super stressed about that. But again, I haven't really even looked into it yet. So it's like the least of my worries right now. I just know that most of the studios that I would like to work at use it. So in industry, everyone is working on large projects. They use UDIMs because we don't use. Yes. Generally, if I guess if we want to use an example, so here, I use this one a lot. Let me see, let me pull it up. Let's see if I can find the actual transformer. Was it Rise of the Beasts? Yeah, it was Rise of the Beasts. Okay, where's that Autobot? The hell was his name? I can't remember the name of the Autobot in this movie. This guy. Okay, so this dude. What was his name? Stratosphere. So Stratosphere, if you guys saw Rise of the Beasts, this guy, this model had 1,100 UDIM tiles. And he was put together by like a team of like, I think like 5 or 10 people. But 1,100 texture tiles, so UDIM tiles. So when you're talking about these like large-scale productions, they're using a ton of tiles now. It's no longer possible to keep it all in one little square. So I always recommend people learn that workflow because it's super important. Tried Cycles at the beginning and thought it was realistic. Then I tried Arnold and Lumen and Path Tracer, and now Octane. Can't decide which one to use. They all look better than each other. I mean, most render engines are going to get you the result that you want, like regardless of what you're doing. So really, it's just going to be which one you're comfortable with working. I think Arnold is a perfectly solid renderer, and then like you have like Cycles and Eevee and Blender, but it's really what works for you and what gets you to the result that you want the fastest. Did that really work? Like distortion wise? Oh, okay. What happened there? Is it this one? I missed something. Ah. But yeah, I'm always looking to expand my software portfolio. Let's see. RenderMan and Octane has a lot of similarity with when it comes to look development shaders and material workflow. Okay, that's cool to know. Sent my CV and motivational letter for a 3D design internship recruiter and said that I should visit their office. That means they want to make an interview? Potentially. It depends on the studio, really, or the recruiter. They probably just want you to see if it's going to be a good fit and see if it's going to be a good fit for them. But, yeah. Yeah, it sounds good to me. Are you planning on using Mari for texturing? What about channel baking? No, I'll be using Substance Painter. I don't have Mari. Again, it comes down to I just don't want to pay for it. I'm watching somebody who does use Mari, so I can at least kind of learn the ins and outs of it. But as far as like that software goes, I've never used it. Hello. Okay, so how did this turn out? Lots of distortion there. So I guess I could chop those off. I really don't want to. I'm going to leave them separate for now, and if I decide later I don't want to, I can chop them off. Okay, wait a minute. What does that belong to? How did that happen? Oh, I was doing them at the same time. Okay. My bad. I wasn't paying attention. That's how that happened. So let's look at this one. Texel density is all over the place right now. So let's normalize that. That's looking a little chunky. And that's not going to help. All right. Well, I don't want to cut these doors off, but I might have to. It's like these are supposed to be like little containers, like little storage containers, so I guess we'll see. See if this makes much of a difference. Just want to reduce some of that tension so it's not pulling so much. Okay. I think that's right. Yep. Mm-hmm. What's WoW, Chintan? Okay, that should be good. That should allow me to at least cut that off. I get the front too? Yeah, I did. Okay. So we'll cut those off, see how that goes. My experience, Substance Painter seems to really struggle with 10 plus UDIMs in the viewport, even at... Yes, it does. And that's why I'm kind of worried about this one. So we will see. With my Xenomorph, it struggled like crazy. So we will see how that works. But if it doesn't work, then I'll look at something else. I do plan on splitting this model, though, to do this, because I know if I pull everything with the tank treads and all, it's not going to work. So, let's see what that does. Okay, that's better. What's up, Indirect Steak? How you doing, man? That's better. I kind of cleaned up a little bit. And now I got this nice space to hide things. Okay. Slide that out. That worked hysterically poorly. Okay. This one didn't get cut for some reason. That's weird. Oh, hey, good morning. How is UV stage going? We're hopefully going to be done by the end of the stream. If not by the end of the stream, it will at least be done by Wednesday, which means we'll be texturing Wednesday. Because I am about done with UVing this thing. I'm tired. Good, how about you? I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. Just working along. So.
There's a reason it's only 300 calories.
Because it doesn't make much? Bummer.
It's getting piled with broth.
Yeah. What percentage of the model do you think you've unwrapped so far? I would say, conservatively, I would say probably about 80. Everything that's left, though, is small, so... Alright. Splitting the model before texturing along with smart materials and something could be a good strategy. It could be. Yeah, I've never done it myself, so I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work out. But I try to challenge myself with every single one of these projects in some way or another, so this is just going to be another one of those things, and if it ends up having to be like a Mari like texturing thing, then that's what it'll end up having to be. I hope not, because I don't want to pay for it. But if I'm being totally honest, I will probably do whatever I have to make this work in Substance Painter, because I'm just not going to... I don't want to learn Mari right now. I wonder... So if I select similar... I wonder if that'll work. Nope. It hates me. That's fine. Kind of looks like a battery. This is a case. It's here. You can see what it looks like. That's a very small part of a very large model. Yeah. Very dense, very complicated model. Okay. So now we get to do that again, which kind of sucks. But I found the issue that's preventing me from doing the similar, which kind of sucks because I can't fix it in Rizom. But I also don't feel like opening up Maya and fixing it right now, so it's okay. I'm gonna just try to speed through this. Yeah, my last project in Substance Painter had 18 UDIMs in total, and it did not have a good time. It was usable, but it would crash after. So if I left anything at 4K or like above, it would crash. So I had to be really selective on what I worked on, especially if I was like up-resing it to 4K to see like what the material was going to actually look like. I was way off. Yeah. That's okay. You couldn't see the whole model. It's understandable. Will the tank be animated in a showcase? Yes, I will be animating the tank and rigging the tank and doing all that fun stuff. This is going to be like what I did with BD1 last year will be what I do with this thing this year. So I will be doing a lot of rigging, animation tutorials off of it, all sorts of stuff. All right. Hello, sir. How you doing, by the way? You are also live on YouTube. Yes, I'm also live on YouTube. YouTube is a great place to be. Yeah, and that's why I've stayed away from it. Because I was talking with... who was I talking to? God, who was I talking to about Mari? I don't remember who I was talking to about it, but they told me about that, and I looked it up, and I was like, oh, damn. Like, that would be perfect if I was doing only 6 UDIMs. Because, like, a lot of people don't realize UDIMs are what they are. Like, they exist because of Mari. That is Mari's, like, kind of proprietary thing that's no longer proprietary anymore. So, it makes sense why they would do that, but it's also annoying. There's a gaping hole here. That sucks. I'll have to fix that. Oh, it was Andrew. I was talking to Andrew. Andrew Hodgson. Or Hodgson. Because he is actually using Mari to texture a jet right now. At least I think. I haven't seen him live in a while. He was trying Mari for the first time. I don't know if he continued with it or not, because I think he was kind of like hanging out between doing Mari or Substance. That's crazy. This is definitely my most dense, like, UDIM project that I've ever done. I didn't expect it to come out to 20, and I know it's going to come out to more than that. So, kind of a bummer, but at the same time, I'm like, you know, I'm not super stressed about it. I've seen what the people coming out of Think Tank are doing, and I'm like, not worried about it. Not one bit. Okay, so that's... Wait. Oh, was I just doing one of these at a time? I was. Okay, that's fine. Mario and Nuke has... Yeah. And I remember using Nuke. I did not like Nuke. I know Nuke is, like, awesomely powerful. Did not like it. But that's also probably why I'm not very good at compositing. Because I don't care to learn it. I use Fusion and DaVinci Resolve for whatever I need. Because that usually gets me what I need. Yeah, we had like 3 classes on Nuke when I was in college. And like they were super helpful, but like we didn't get to keep the software. It was really expensive. They didn't really have a viable student option when I was in college, and so it was just I just dropped it. Unfortunately. Off topic, but I just tested Tripo 3D. It's actually insane for creating 3D base meshes that would be retopologized and used properly. Would you consider adding this kind of tool to your pipeline? Tripo 3D? What is that? Let me see. Tripo 3D. Ah, it's AI. No, I will not be using it. I am very steadfast in the fact that I do not use AI in my workflow, and I will continue to be that way. I'm not a fan of the fact that they're trying to make AI do that stuff, because why? Also, it takes the fun out of it. Like, if you're an artist, like, enjoy your art. Don't try to, like, don't try to, like, second guess yourself and try to, like, accelerate your workflow with ways that take away the fun part. Got it, I respect that. Yeah, like, everyone's going to have their own different opinions on it. I just refuse to use it. I played with, I think it was Meshi AI, because I wanted to do a video on, like, how bad it was. And it was bad. But, like, I can't see myself giving the job that I enjoy to a machine like that. No AI, damn it, no AI. Mario relies on third-party software like Substance Painter for baking the channels. What? Really? That's kind of silly. I guess at that point you'd want to use Marmoset. Marmoset's baker's one of the best, if not the best. Yeah, I know that there's a lot of 3D artists that will like use AI somehow in their workflow, but I don't want to. All right, I think that's good. What have you been up to, Indirect Steak? It's been a minute. Let's unfold this. And pixel density. Yep, beautiful. Okay. Oh, what's this? Why are you still attached somehow? Oh, I missed a... Oops. Honestly, life, not much time to play anymore. No? It's always rough when that kind of happens, unfortunately. I get that, though. I don't really play games anymore, either. Don't have the time. Alright. Just try to stack this as, like, similarly as possible. Did find out that Rizom does do snapping. It's just terrible. It's about to be in that stage of life where I don't really enjoy games. You know, unfortunately, like I found it hard to enjoy games just because like I don't feel like many good games have come out recently. I've been playing a lot of indie games that are awesome, but I haven't bought a AAA game since Doom Eternal. Is that right? Is that the last? No, take it back. I did buy Avatar, Flights of Pandora, or whatever it is. That was a good one. Mari just started to have its own baking engine since the past few years, but it leaves a lot to be desired, and no one uses that function in Mari. That's fair. It takes a while for those applications to like get themselves set up with like a, hey, this is a tool now, instead of a, you know, this is like a groundbreaking tool. Because like Maya, they added a bunch of stuff that like Blender does, and I don't even use it. I was excited to have it, but then I'm just like, wow, I don't even use this. So there's always like an adoption period with stuff like that, unfortunately. All right, so these stupid boxes are done. I'm gonna go ahead and save. Get them moved up. Yeah, Mario will be on my list to learn one of these days, just not now. I've literally been dedicating all of my learning time to ZBrush. Which is finally going much better. I'll hopefully be posting about that soon. Okay. Tag is completed. Group it. Rename. Let's see. Side storage boxes. Okay. Which laptop is best for 3D modeling? That's a really hard question to answer because there are so many of them, but anything with a decent GPU. Nowadays, I would recommend looking at like something with a 40 series video card in it. If you can afford it, go for like the Quadro series. Like, so if you can get like a professional workstation laptop, those are awesome. But that's if you can afford it, because those are like $6-7 grand. Really, if you spend anywhere like $2,000 to $3,000 on a laptop, you'll probably be okay for like most of the stuff you do. I just wouldn't expect to do like high-end ZBrush work on them. That's all super dependent on like what you buy, though. What are your thoughts on Katana as a look development tool? So I've seen Katana. I haven't really honestly looked into it all that much, so I don't really know what all it does. It could be cool. I don't know. I really haven't played with it or looked at it at all. I tend to stay away. Like, unfortunately, it's one of those situations where I tend to stay away from most of like those applications, because Katana, is Katana Maxon? I don't remember if Katana was Maxon. Oh no, that's Foundry. Yeah, I haven't. I honestly don't have an opinion on it. I've seen that they integrated it with Mari, but don't know. Ooh, it's expensive though. I mean, $209 a year is not bad for their renderer, but their interactive one is $2,500 a year. I get that that comes with like cloud features, but oof, that's rough. That's painful. I have a Victus Ryzen 5 NVIDIA GTX 3050. That's not bad. You can do some good stuff with that. The 3050 is definitely a lower end card, but you can still do some good stuff with that. Usually you can just kind of test it by working with it and figuring out what your limits are. Why are those different? Neither of those should be different. That's weird. Huh. Wonder why that happened. Katana is centered towards the RenderMan workflow. Okay, I got you. I take it that's just more like of the node-based stuff and everything like that. Which I kind of wish Arnold was. This is for sure one of those things that I wish I could just auto-unwrap. Oh, thank God. Alright, well, that makes my life a little bit less painful. Okay. Well, let's just do it then. Just cut all of these out. There's so many of them. That's why I'm glad that duplicate special thing worked. All right, cool. Yeah, I hear you. All right, cool. Let's see here. Oh, did you win? Hey, you won. Nice. All right. Cool. So, get those points, man. Which laptop do you have? I have a very crappy laptop. I don't even like using my laptop for 3D stuff. It's a Lenovo Yoga. I actually use my laptop to remote into my desktop, so I can just use my desktop because it just works better that way. I wonder. I've never tried this. If I select this edge, what happens if I hit this? Did it select on the other one? Yeah, it did. Damn it. That's a bummer. I was hoping that was going to work that way. I hate doing vents. Vents are the worst. And I have 2 more I have to do after this. Honestly, that never works. Hey, that's why it's called roulette. Alright, oh. This thing's for sure going to be a triumph when it's done. My original goal for this was to only spend 100 hours on this project, but I'm going to blow that out of the water. Tiki singing my victory song. You can hear him? Yeah, he's out there. He's out there singing. What's up, Ponce? How are you? Playing with Arnold's materials for the car project and existing models to get the look, so I can see how well it'll actually look. I'm actually quite happy with it. Is it the one that you just posted? Pretty good result. Apply textures. Oh, yeah. No, it's looking good. Yeah, you can do a lot with it. That's why I'm like, if you don't have to use Substance Painter, you don't use it. You will honestly probably get a better car paint material out of Arnold in any way. Just because it uses the procedural, like, flaking and stuff. Good, what are you working on now? Same project. I am still UVing, but this is hopefully the last one of these streams, and then I'll be texturing, so... We are nearing the finish line. I'm just working on a vent right now, because this is what I have resigned myself to. careful there. I wish there was a better way to select these. But according to what I just tried, there is not. Save a lot of time unwrapping. Wait, what? Yeah, it absolutely will. That's why, that's why those materials exist, is so you don't really have to do that stuff. I'm just not I'm not the biggest fan of using procedural materials. I use them when I have to, but if I don't have to and I can get away with doing my own textures, I will do that. I'm gonna have to gather some paint reference for this thing, because I know tanks are generally kind of like a matte color. Been using this low poly program, I had to adjust my work process. What are you using? What can we do with the coins? I honestly don't think they do anything, if I remember correctly. Because I don't think I have the option to set them up to do anything. Okay, that is done, thankfully. That sucked. PicoCAD. Why does that sound familiar? PicoCAD. Oh, yeah. I have seen that before. That's interesting. It almost lets you model in PlayStation 1 graphics. That's kind of cool. Interesting. That's pretty neat. Are you enjoying it? Seems like it could be fun. You hoard them until you have more. Yeah, basically. Yes, nice. That's cool. That's always cool. It's cool too to have stuff like that. So you can take a break from your more complicated applications and just go play with something. It's kind of why I'm liking ZBrush. It's because it gives me a break from this. Okay, so this should be the rest of this. And then we're going to unfold this. And then quite honestly, unfold. Yeah, knew that was going to be nasty. Only downside is my topology smoothness needs to be perfect. Yeah, it's always rough with smooth cars like that. But, honestly, you're not looking too bad. You're looking pretty clean so far. I could see some bumpy areas, for sure. But, otherwise, you've got some pretty good... Everything's looking decently clean. I'd have to see what your wireframe looks like, but you're on your way. Big brain moves, yeah. Why is it so easy to earn coins? Because they don't do anything. If they did something, it'd be harder to earn. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and texel density that. That's a miserable mess. And the question is, this is going to be stacked. I'm not going to do this twice. I'm also going to save this because I just did a lot of work. It's not my model, just want to... Oh, I see. I gotcha. Okay. Well, when you'd like to share your model, I'd like to see what your edge flow is looking like. Who messaged me? Try the magic wand tool under the selection category. Where? I definitely can't say I've seen that. Is it up here? Oh, here we go. Don't see a magic wand tool. Yeah, don't see one. In the face mode? Oh, lasso, polyline, circle. I gotcha. Interesting. I don't think I'm going to use that just because I've already got my shells separated. But I can generally get these guys to just kind of do what I need them to by aligning them. So let's go here. And we'll do single rotation. Why are we not doing that? Oh, that doesn't want to work at all. Nice. Alright. 1 million mat coins? I have no idea what you guys are doing. Let's see. Let's do this. I'm going to flip this one. We're going to stack similar. Sweet. That's apparently not going to do what I wanted it to. Oh, it did. It just automatically cut it off. That's fantastic. Thank you for the biddies, Roy. Alright. It's gotta be... I don't know. Oops. I'm pretty sure... Do I want to stack all these? I kind of do. I see why that's not doing what it... Okay. Well... Let's just get them separated for now. I'll worry about if I'm going to stack them later. What was that? Let's see. I'll be starting the modeling probably next month. Need to get the pre-production paperwork stuff out of the way for the college submission. Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Damn, so they have you doing like a whole kind of like workflow. That's cool. God Paris, hello, how are you? Good to see you. Good morning. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear Tiki, but he is definitely going off right now. There should be like... I wonder if pack translate does anything. It does something. Where those are going, I have no idea. Okay. Oh, beautiful. All right, well, that kind of... Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Okay. Sir, when you free scan, you see my render of my M4 gun. I did some changes after you see... Oh, when you're free. Let me see. Let's see here. Okay. Nice. Okay, cool. You cleaned up your edge wear. That's awesome. Very good. Nice. That's looking much better. I do want to still point out these. I would just darken your rubber parts just a little bit. Just make them like just slightly like blacker. That way they stand out from the metal of the gun. But otherwise, like you're getting there. That's looking really good. Yeah, you're killing it. Yeah, you did a lot of good cleanup on your edge wear, so that's awesome. Nice. Why don't you cut down those parts fangs? It seems annoying. Because I'm probably just gonna stack them all anyway. I'm not super worried about it. But yeah, it's definitely annoying. Especially because Rizom doesn't want to properly snap. Oh, let's see. I thought it was control. I guess not. They're like helicopter sticks. Yeah, kind of. Can you make a long video on Rizom? I have one already, but yes, I will be making another one soon. I have much more to teach on it. Let me see if we can just change the orientation of multiple, because it seems stupid. Let's see. But you know, OCD neat align option is fine. Don't care about that. No, that doesn't help me. I have an idea. Let's just do this. I'm going to take all of these, move them there. What's up, M. Sharif? How are you? Oh, look at that. You right. You right. Appreciate that. That helps. And then we will just move these for now. Just kind of stack these out here. Well, that bird is going nuts right now. Okay. Really nice work. Thank you. I appreciate that. How you doing, M. Sharif? Alright, so let's select that. We're going to duplicate that across. Couldn't sleep, so I thought I'd tune in. I'm doing okay, I guess. Started texturing my... Yeah, I saw that. It's looking pretty good. Looking pretty solid, man. Alright. So let's actually... Yeah, that should be fine. We'll just stack... And we're saving. Let's see. The corner post UVs are somehow stretched vertically, so I need to sort that. What do you mean they're stretched vertically? The ones that I sent you or the ones that you did? That's kind of weird. Yeah, I'm not distributing just yet. I'm stacking. Alt-R. It definitely looks like nothing's happening, but it's stacking these, so you'll start seeing them kind of disappear from this little area over here. Where are you from? I am from the United States, in New Mexico. Went back and remodeled them and unwrapped them different. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Have you tried just scaling them down since they're stretching? I am from India, but I'm not like the other Indians. Okay. I'm not sure what that means, but alright. Teach me how to lose points. You just got to roulette, and eventually you will lose the points. I've not thought of that. I'll try that the next day. Yeah, yeah. Whenever you're dealing with UVs, like if you have one that's like being skewed or stretched, like you can always take those UVs and scale them down. I'm not sure if I'm being overambitious with the car project. I'm having doubts. It'll look anywhere near as cool as I envision it. That's the fun part about art, is that even if it doesn't look near as cool as you did, you learned a lot with it, and you grow from it, so. Have you seen the Blender Octane shader node? Yeah, I've seen a lot of the Blender stuff with Octane's integration, because Tamuzu in the community uses it, and it does some really cool stuff. Matt, I've relit all my points 4 times and ended up with way too much. I don't know how to help you there. Oh, I see. I don't have like a predefined image of people from other countries, so I wouldn't worry about that. I actually just gave a speech to a college in India, which was really cool. It was an awesome experience. Let's get these last ones taken care of. I'm part Indian myself. Oh. Yeah, I don't have any preconceived notions or anything like that, so you guys don't have to worry about that. No, you're right, Orden. I can try that. Give me a second here. Mainly just trying to get the ones across from each other set up. So let's see. This probably more than likely will not stack everything together, but we can try it. Let's see what happens. I'm going to save this before I do this. Last thing I want to do is redo this. Damn, the UV is going to be insane. It already kind of is, unfortunately. You ever do jobs in other countries? No, not other countries, huh? Maybe someday. What does he mean by not like other Indians? I'm not entirely sure. If I had an answer for that, I would tell you. Speaking of TARDISes, my TARDIS model kit arrived a couple of weeks ago. Paint and glue stuff. Oh, that's cool. I used to like building plastic models. Alright, stack. See what happens. Yeah, this generally doesn't work, but we'll see what... Yeah. Nope. Alright, so that's fine. We're just going to take this mess for right now and move it up here, and then I will figure out what to do with it at the end of this all. I'm a little tired of working on that. Let's see. Show. My first time building a model kit like this. Nice. That's fun. They're a lot of fun. I used to build a lot of like the old ship models and like airplane models and stuff like that when I was younger. All right. Sure. Let's work on something that's not so repetitive. I had a Lego Godzilla I never finished. They made a Lego Godzilla? When did they do that? Chat reopener, just to avoid starting anything. I'm not gonna ask that. That's kind of why I shot that down. What's up, Zach? How's the UV going? Here. It's going nightmarishly well. Was either Lego? Oh, it was probably one of those Mega Blocks. I never did Mega Blocks. That was not something. I think I had like a couple of them, but I was for sure always a Lego kid. I just lost my selection. Damn it. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Let's cut that. I'll be real happy when it's done, Zach. For sure. Alright, so we'll leave that there. Actually, let me undo that. Let's try this a little bit differently here. That's what I can do? Oh, nice. I'm glad you guys are figuring out how Twitch handles points, because I have no idea. Okay. Yeah, sorry, chat reopener. I just don't want to start anything that doesn't need to be started, so if that happens again, it'll be, again, shot down. Getting up there. See, while you're earning those points, though, you're also earning channel points, so you can redeem fun stuff, so it's like a win-win. Nothing, M. Sheriff. I'm just putting it into something that doesn't need to be a conversation. The fun stuff aren't enabled? What do you mean the fun stuff aren't enabled? They are. You got all the redemptions and stuff. Did they disable for some reason? They shouldn't have. Yeah, nothing crazy. Just don't want to cause unnecessary drama. Okay. Okay, that should be that for that one. Fair enough. Anyway, I'm playing Red. Oh, nice. Very cool. I've never played those games. Modeled and UV'd Arjun MK1, but never textured because of the long vacation. Now having second thoughts of going back to it, maybe because of my ADHD. That's fair. Tanks are hard, man. Like, I did not realize this was going to be this much work when I set out to do this. Because this thing's for sure, like, just an asinine amount of UVing work. It's going to be worth it, but I'm tired, boss. That's a good idea. Indirect stake, I will save. Alright, so that should be unfold, unwrap. Getting a little bit of distortion, but not anything I'm really worried about, so let's go ahead and set the texel density on this guy and get him moved up here. And show. Let's see if we can fit it in this tile. I think we can. I'm going to give him this corner over here. We're just going to shift a lot of this stuff over. Uh-huh. Perfect. Beautiful. I've always been taught that you need to bevel corners since they're impossibly sharp, but it looks like your model you didn't do that. So, no. The reason, and they, you know, some of them are beveled, some of them are not. This model is built to be smoothed. In fact, I'm looking at this right now and I'm realizing I left that smooth, which sucks. This is a sub D model, so as you subdivide it, those corners are going to smooth, and then eventually they'll just kind of like stop smoothing. But all of my corners are set to smooth. So when I do smooth the object, everything just kind of falls into place the way it's supposed to. I just have it in its low poly version right now because working with this thing with everything smoothed and beveled like that would be a nightmare. I'm getting food. Go get some food. I'm actually kind of bugged that I left that smoothed. Oh well. But yes, you should always bevel your corners and your edges, unless you're going for like that really sharp, like knife blade look. Okay. Oh, cool. Thanks. Yeah, you're welcome. Sweet. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this stuff. I'm going to group it. Going to rename it. Turret. Front fins. And then I'm going to take it in here. I'm going to distribute it in this UV shell. Just to get it out of the way. Gonna try Rizom, Jack Sparrow version before purchasing. They have a free 30-day trial. You should try. And then it's actually really affordable per month, so. I'll admit the corner posts aren't beveled. I know it'll not look as good, but really don't want to wreck my brain when it comes to UV unwrapping. The unwrapping has been painful enough. No, that's fair. And you're still learning. It's okay. You don't have to force that. Kind of regret losing all points. You'll get them back. Why didn't those lay out? Oh, they're... Oh, shit. Didn't realize if you group them that they'll do that. That's cool. Well, I just learned something new. Yeah, it's well worth it. I used it for 30 days when I did my ship. And then... Or was it the ship? No, it was the minigun. Yeah, minigun. And then after that, I purchased it because it's awesome. Okay, well, I'm kind of bummed I didn't know that was a thing. But now I want to put that somewhere, so I'm going to put it over here. The only bits which I've beveled is where the rounded quadrant bending areas are. No, that makes sense, yeah. I don't think they're getting 400k back anytime soon. You guys are always really funny with the roulette thing. Yeah, I promise if I had set that up, I would probably know more about it, but I literally didn't set that up, so it's just like built into Twitch. Alright, let's cut this out. Rizom is subscription. So that's what's cool. So Rizom has this really neat thing. I'll show you guys. I'll do my little spiel on Rizom because I love it so much. This is that little Pico Pack thing. So if we go to not my account, and you go to purchase this. So if we go to virtual spaces, which is what most of you guys are going to want, and you go to buy this, you could do some really cool stuff here. So you can either buy a node-locked license or a floating license for $34 a month if you wanted to. The other thing you can do is you can do indie, and you can do this rent-to-own plan. So for $15 a month or 14.90 euros, you can pay that per month as long as you go back in every single month and you renew it for a year. And then after that year is over, you own it. No questions asked. It's yours to own. So that's why I like Rizom. Ever use Marmoset tool bag? What is it exactly used for? I've seen it for portfolios, renders, even texturing. It does a lot. A lot of people use it for baking. A lot of people use it for rendering. My buddies use it for rendering. I've played with it for rendering. My GPU does not like it, just because I don't have a lot of VRAM. But it does a lot, and there's some texturing stuff in there too. I haven't played with it fully myself. I just tried the renderer and nearly crashed the entire thing when I was trying to load my ship into it. But it's just basically a real-time suite. It's really nice. And it's affordable, too. Like, that's one thing I do like about it. I think Marmoset's like $15 a month for the renderer. So it's pretty affordable when it comes to that. Do we have to have points to get points? No, you shouldn't have to. I don't think, anyway. Well, I didn't get nearly as far as I thought I was going to get this stream, but... Oops. One could hope. I also have to remember it's harder to do like straight UVing when you're streaming because like you got to answer questions and stuff. So, got to give myself some credit there. Okay. Alright, that's cut, that's cut, that's cut. Cool. Let's cut that. Tried using it with UDIM model, and every UDIM tile has to be used as a separate texture. It's gonna... Yeah, so they just recently started working kind of properly with UDIMs, so might be a good time now to try it, but I remember when I tried it, they had just introduced the UDIM workflows. Allowing users to keep their software after a year of subscription sounds cool, which, yeah, no, I agree. No, you're good. You're absolutely good. I do think software as a service needs to die, but, you know, we're stuck where we are, I guess. But I will fully advertise for them because of that one reason. Like, that's just an awesome thing that they do. Okay. This is definitely not the way I planned to do this. This is why I didn't want to do it this way. This kind of sucks, not gonna lie. I think... Oh, and we're saving. Oh, let me think about this for a second here. I think I'm gonna just cut that off. It's gonna be kind of the easiest way to go about this. Okay, cool. Hey, try not to make jokes like that, chat reopener, please. Okay. Let's see. Scott should loop over. Let's go there. This should cut fully across. We're going to see how this unwraps. I despise Adobe's subscription plan. It's because it's great software. Gatekeeping behind is expensive. Yeah, no, it is. It's rough. Like, I don't like how much I pay for Substance Painter every month, but here we are. Okay, unfold that. Oh yeah, that's terrible. All right, so what do we have here? So that's one of those. So let's take these. And then it's fine. I'll group those in a little bit, but I just want to get those separated. So those are those 4. Okay, so this looks like crap. That's all right. These belong to what? Okay, so these are the tops. Those need to be facing the other direction, though. There we go. What am I doing here? There we go. Alright, so what direction are you? That's fine. That actually needs to rotate just one more time. Okay. I'll be tuning out now. I got a busy day ahead of me, so I have to go one. Alright, M. Sharif, have a good night. Hope you get some good rest. Is this just for art, or do people buy this and use these for whatever they want to? This is just for my personal portfolio to hopefully get me a job doing this eventually. That is the whole goal of doing this. Hey, let's see. I hate that I smoothed this. That really actually sucks. I could agree with that. Chat reopener. Does rotating UV have any effect? No, it's more just so for like organizational purposes. Let's see what this does when I unfold it. Yeah, this is just for like adjustments and like organization. Alright, so that should be this one. Control U. Sorry, U. Okay, that's better. Still not nearly where I want it to be, but... let's see. I'm gonna see if this works. Is this better than Blender? I mean, better than Blender's UV tool? Yes. But this software only does UVs, so this isn't like an animation suite or anything like that. From what I know of Blender, it has a notoriously horrible UV unwrapping system. Yeah, but how? This uses a much better algorithm for smoothing and unwrapping. So when it comes down to like Blender's weird selection tools and things like that, this thing's just bar none better. It's better than Maya. So this tool is purpose built and standardized for the industry for this very purpose. I do CAD modeling, so how much will it take me to model in Blender? And wait, I do CAD modeling, so how much it will look... Oh, it will take time to render in Blender and this. I'm not super sure what you mean. I mean, if you're talking about going from CAD modeling to polygonal modeling like this, you're going to have a bit of a learning curve. But, I mean, if you're already familiar with 3D workflows, you should have a better time at learning it. It also just depends on, like, how well you handle learning Blender. You're welcome. Let's see. Try projection from this view in UV. Add edges. Help for this part. This part's a little bit different just because it's got these overhangs, but I'm really just trying to figure out where my cuts need to be. Because if I do that projection, it's going to just kind of stack everything on top of each other. I want to find out where you are. Right there. Okay, so that's that corner. That I don't really care about, so I'm gonna allow that to pinch. All right, so I know where my cuts need to go now, which is perfect actually. Okay. Alright, Indirect Steak. Have a good one. So, should we use a new version or old one that people don't like? It's up to the software. It's really dependent on the software. So, like, a lot of people still use, like, Maya 2012 or, like, older versions. I don't know if they use, like, 2012. That's pretty old, but, like, 2020. So, you'll find kind of different uses throughout the industry. And depending on if you bought that software and you have a perpetual one, you may just want to stick with that. So, totally dependent on, like, you as a person. Alright, cool. So, I just want to get these facing the proper direction because I'm being picky about it. We're going to textile density. Let's see. Sometimes unfolding UVs feels like when it opens up. Yeah, no, it's a wonderful feeling when it finally just pops open like that. Chef's kiss for sure. Oh, let's see. Before I go, could you do a time lapse of some of your work? I have a couple on my YouTube already. The ship is on there, and BD1 is on there. So, sir, let's see. How much time will it take me to learn that? It's totally dependent on how much time you put into learning it. So, if you spend a lot of time learning it and working on it, then it shouldn't take you that long. But that's totally, like... There's no easy way to say, like, oh yeah, this will take you a month to learn, because everyone learns differently. So, there's, like, no one answer to that, unfortunately. I see these things. These are definitely not supposed to be that way. I'm just going to grab them. Oops. Let's not do that. We'll just relieve some of that a little bit there. Don't want any of this stuff overlapping. That's probably fine. Alright. I'll save. Alright. Cool. I can spend full day. Then if you're going to spend full days, then do full days. Like, if you're going to work at it every single day, go ahead and do that. I still can't, like, speak to how long it'll take you to learn, because I've been working on this for 15 years, so... You could learn that faster than me. You could learn that slower than me. It's really, like, dependent on, like, how you are as a learner. That's why that's such a hard question to answer, just because, like, there is no one answer for it. But if you dedicate your time, like you say you can, then you shouldn't have a problem. Tag completed. Group. Rename. Tank or cannon. Cowl. Alright. So. Yes, sir. Thanks. You're welcome. And if you have questions while you're starting to learn, like, feel free to join our Discord. There's all sorts of resources here for you if you need help. Some days I spend 12 to 16 hours, and some days it's mostly worth under. Yeah, I get that. Some days I spend 8 to 9 hours myself, and then other days I spend 30 minutes. Like, totally up to the individual. We're going to do this one real quick, and then that's going to be the end of the stream. So let's go ahead and knock this guy out real quick. Which thankfully should be an easy one. Mm-hmm. Let's see. See if this lets me do this. Doing 3D for 2 years now, sir. Okay, cool. So you're well on your way. That's good. That actually kind of worked. Oh, man. Why did that work? Dude, that worked perfectly. That's kind of great. Alright, well, maybe I'll do one more piece. I didn't expect that to just work. I'm going to put this up here somewhere. Just finding empty spots to put this stuff. Tag is completed. Group. Rename. Canon. Panel. Main. Sure. That works. Alright. Cool. I'm curious if I select this. Let's see what happens. Ooh. Alright. Let me just isolate this one. Get some stuff. See, that's the feeling I was talking. Yeah. Nah, it's a good one. I hope I'll be like you one day, sir. It will take time, but yeah, absolutely you can. Look, I'm nothing crazy. I'm nothing special. So, like, you guys can easily obtain, like, where I am with a little bit of hard work, because that's all I do. Like, I'm not, like, naturally gifted or anything. I just work my butt off. So I'm sure you will be just as good as me someday. Just gotta be open to learning. That's the biggest thing. I know, so I'm doing this. Good, 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 good. You should focus on your health. I absolutely do. That's why I have a standing desk, and that's why I go to the gym. Okay. Let's see here. Cool. So we'll cut that. All right. So that... I want this to stay one piece. So the hope is... So if I cut that... Oh, no, let's not do that. Okay. So let's do this. Cut that. Cut this corner. You're standing right now? Yes, yes I am. That's why my bookshelves behind me are so, like, level with me. Alright. Let's see what happens. See if we got it again. Oh, we absolutely did not. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, we did. Look at that. Cool. Alright, so let's go ahead and orient these. I'm going to just hide that one in there. And then we're going to go show. Select this guy, select everything. Select similar. What? Wait a minute. What is... Oh, that's the JK. Okay. I was like, what is going on here? All right, so we're going to isolate. Take these. Hold on. Better. Apply to similar. Oh, let's see. The butt hurts so much these days, it feels like getting back shots. That's one of the downsides of this work. Yeah, absolutely. That's why I'm happy to have a standing desk now, because it does help with like the pain of being a 3D artist. Because it's rough. A lot of people don't realize, like, you're sitting all day long. It's tough. You gotta take care of yourself. Okay, so that's good. I think that just jacked up my plan, though. It did. It's fine. We're gonna put this over here. Just move this over here. My back's hurt? I'm sorry. That sucks. Yeah, and it's always tough. If you have like a pre-existing injury or something like that, like this kind of work is tough. Especially because like you're sitting for long hours, you're standing for long hours, like whatever it is that you do, like it's still rough on the body, so you do have to, you know, take your time to stretch and do the things that are important. Okay. I was bad about it for a long time, but I've also worked at like desk jobs my entire life, so kind of predisposed to it, I guess. And I always try to find ways that are better, like to do like better for me, I guess. So like I'll wear what do you call it, compression gloves to kind of help my hands, because like your hands get sore after a while. It's all about finding things that just work for you. Okay, so those are done. Show. Let's find them a nice little spot after we save. Yes, sir, I do Taekwondo. Okay, cool. That's a good one. That's a good. That's a lot of good exercise. Lumbar area hurts like hell some days. Yeah, I have a broken tailbone, so sitting on my tailbone for a long time hurts. So I try not to do that. Nope, not gonna fit there. Oh, there we go. Okay, so tag is completed. Group it. Let's find that little group. Rename. Canon. Vent. Plates. And okay. Alright, so honestly, not too bad. Got a pretty good chunk done. I think I can finish the rest of this by Wednesday, more than likely. Oh yeah, for sure. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and save this. Even though I have a good enough chair. Yeah, even if you have the best chair, like you can still, they still kind of suck sometimes. Is this for a client? No, this is for myself. This is for my portfolio on ArtStation. But, all right, guys. So, Instagram, thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight. It's been a wonderful night. I will see you guys all live again on Wednesday, as always. So, should be texturing. That's the plan. So, I'm hoping to be texturing on Wednesday. So, we'll see you guys then. Instagram, you guys have a wonderful night. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream on Instagram and TikTok here real quick. All right, TikTok, thank you guys so much for hanging out. You guys have a wonderful night. Probably going to stop streaming to that platform again. All right, YouTube, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you being here. It looks like it was a wonderful night. Oh, look. Oh, hey, Kelsey, sorry. I'll be back on Wednesday. But have a good night, Kelsey. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you being here. And Twitch, hang around. We're going to raid. I'm going to go find somebody to raid here. Let me see here. YouTube, you guys have a wonderful night. I'll see you Wednesday.